It's been 1 year since our world stopped. 1 year since time stood still. 1 year since our hearts were shattered into so many pieces that we weren't even sure if they could ever recover. We come together tonight not just to reflect on the past in pain, but to look ahead toward the future with faith and fortitude. As Jewish people, we are no strangers to tragedy. But we always have risen above. We cry, we mourn, and we take action. Tonight will be a night of action. Today we stand in the 10 days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, the 10 holy days of judgment, where God decides who will live and who will die, who will prosper and who will suffer, who will succeed and who will fail. And it is this weekend on Yom Kippur that world Jewry will declare, as we have on Rosh Hashanah, the 3 secrets that we know to avert the evil decree. Useshuva, usefila, utzedaka. By coming back to our authentic selves with prayer and with charity, we are assured a blessed year. Tonight, our aim is to incorporate these 3 pillars so that we are not merely spectators on the sidelines, but warriors in a battle that we will win. May of 1957, the little fledgling town of Kfar Chabad in Israel was reeling from a terrible tragedy. Terrorists had infiltrated, gotten into the agricultural school, and murdered 5 students and their teacher. This was a major blow for this tiny community, who was mostly made up of people who had themselves survived and fled the pogroms in Russia. And now, how were they going to endure this excruciating pain? They wrote a telegram to the Rebbe, to the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbi Menachem Schneerson, hoping that he would send back some words of comfort. 4 agonizing days later, a telegram came back, a response came with 3 succinct words. Behemshech habinyan tenuchamu. By continuing the building, you will be comforted. And in fact, they did build a brand new school, and slowly their spirits were lifted. After October 7th, there was so much outrage. And I remember hearing people say, but we've said never again. How can this happen? Never again doesn't mean that our enemies will never try to annihilate us again. Never again doesn't mean that we won't be seeing protesters on the streets of the civilized world chanting for the death of Jews or praising the next intifada. Never again means that we will never again go like sheep to the slaughter. Never again will 6 million of us march helplessly to the gas chambers. Today, we will defend ourselves. Today, we have an army with our own uniform and our own weapons. Today, we have the bravest soldiers in the world who are not just fighting Israel's war, but are fighting the war of good against evil and freedom over tyranny. For me, this is very personal. as my baby brother, my youngest brother, Shmaya, was deployed to the Lebanon border on Erev Rosh Hashanah. He left his wife and their 3 little children to go and fight. And yesterday, he and his brigade entered enemy territory. We pray for him and all of the soldiers, and God willing, they will all come back safely. For this past year, Chabad of Palm Beach Gardens has been on the front lines, sending drones to Israel, aiding in the effort against the terrorists, against the enemy. The words of the Rebbe ring ever so strongly. In the continuation of the building, will you be comforted? Through action, we can achieve victory. On this auspicious day of October 7th, we invite you to channel your emotion into action. You can make a difference right here, right now. 6 months ago, we went to the Gaza border and spoke to the generals of the IDF Southern Command. This is what they had to say.
We're going to win this war for sure, because this is it's going to be a long, long war. It seems like it's won because all of our enemies woke up one day together saying, hey, the Jews are not supposed to be here. And they have some more ideas. They're not supposed to exist here, and I think in other places in the world. It's like Nazism is coming back. It woke up again.
Nazism.
Yeah.
We were just in Nova.
Yeah.
I felt like we were in Auschwitz.
It is.
This is the Gaza border, guys. Instead of having physical soldiers that are looking that are in danger from tunnels, terrorists coming out of nowhere.
Camera is instead of 4 soldiers.
Each camera is instead of 4 physical soldiers that their life would be in danger. How many cameras do you need?
We gave 1 camera system 2 weeks ago with a special unit of the Nachal, and after a day, because of this system, they caught 50 terrorists. After a day, not even a day passed.
That's amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
That's amazing.
And we could, and at night we saw it on the news.
There is some military gear that could make life easier for the soldiers. Drones can help a lot because they give our forces more abilities for understanding what's happening in a very huge place.
One thing that everybody should know is that drones is the number 1 weapon of this war. Number 1 weapon.
Warms the heart, the help that you give us over the sea from the United States, or the help you gave us really saved soldiers' lives and helped us to do our missions better. So thank you very much from the Brigade 97.
Can I give it to you? This is here to present from the Chabad of Palm Beach Gardens, protecting the soldiers of the IDF. This is the religious brigade, bringing together Torah and religious Judaism and nationalism and spiritual, all together, protecting the people of Israel. Am Yisrael Chai. We stand with you. We're fighting alongside you because you have our backs and we have your backs.
Being connected to one another is the main thing. Being connected.
Wow.
That's the spirit, the Jewish spirit is the most important thing.
Seeing the frightening amount of anti-Semitism in the world can be really overwhelming. But when it comes to fighting our enemies, the Torah tells us multiple times, Al tira mehem, do not be afraid of them. It says, Hashem oz le'amo yiten, Hashem yivarech et amo bashalom. God strengthens us. God gives us strength, and with this strength, through this strength, we achieve peace. It is not through ceasefires. It is not through giving away land, but it is through strength that we will achieve strength, that we will achieve peace. When Israel rises up in strength to defend itself without apologizing, the world rises up to give her a standing ovation. We conclude tonight's ceremony with a prayer for peace, a prayer that our politicians have the strength to do what needs to be done, a prayer that God protect our brothers and sisters in the Holy Land, that He return all our fighting men and women swiftly and safely, that Jews around the world experience peace. And finally, we pray that every single one of the hostages come home now.